Komarog awaits you, all of you. Mandrakes, take them. Leave none behind. Your consciousness emerges from an ocean of darkness and nightmares, as if someone's powerful hand reached into its depths and brought you into the light. In the dark room, long and angular shadows move around and exchange remarks. One of the shadows approaches you, ripping apart the veil of pain and revealing features that look familiar to you. You are awake, monkey. Our toxin masters spared no effort to drag you out of the induced dream. I must commend the nightmare weavers. The emanations of fear you exuded in your delirium are worthy of the highest praise. However, it is time to finish what you were brought here for. It is time for the work for the good Cabal, rogue trader. Work for the good of the Cabal. Yeah. What of the others? What have you done to them? I do not know, rogue trader. Perhaps they are exuding suffering in one of the choirs of pain and torment. Perhaps they are rotting in one of the vats on the tiers below. I care little for their fate. As for your little friend from the craft world, oh, you're going to meet her soon. I bet you cannot wait to look into the eyes of the one who brought you to me, can you? What do you want from me? Only the truth, monkey. So very simple, is it not? A simple honesty before the powers that be. I have the tools to extract the most coveted mysteries from the deepest recesses of your mind, but I am not interested in your personal secrets. I only want that of which will protect my Cabal. Why am I still alive? Good question, rogue trader. You are my tool, you see. A sharp and narrow scalpel that I will use to cut away the festering boil on the body of my Cabal. I spared no effort to set up this performance. The witnesses, the spies, the agents, and a small bargain to guarantee the result. All that is required of you is to quietly play your part. I'll even go so far as to put you in your native surroundings. In a manner of speaking, if I see you stepping out of your role, I will make sure that you'll bitterly regret it. I might be able to play my role better if I actually knew what it was. You, monkey, hate creatures alien to your kind. This hatred is fueled by primal fear and awareness of your insignificance. To us, you are cattle that exist to be butchered and to entertain us. Sometimes we use you in our little games, but to involve you filthy brutes in the politics of the Komarog, let alone in feuds between the Cabals, there are few worse ways to bring dishonor to oneself and one's Cabal. From the first day I saw you, I knew you were being controlled by another hand, far too experienced and flexible to belong to another monkey. You stayed ahead of me and Tazara, anticipated our moves, and fought back with surprising skill. And I can guess... No, I know exactly how you were able to know so much. Only one creature was sufficiently aware of our tactics and raid plans. You will help me expose her and restore the Reaving Tempest to its former favor. I don't think that's going to work. I have a secret for you. Something for your spies and agents failed to uncover. Let's try it. Oh, I succeeded. Something in your tone and your voice makes Mara's eyes freeze, then come closer and almost lean into your face. His black eyes greedily devour your slightest movement, and his voice drops to a mocking whisper. Very well. I am listening, monkey. Strike Xenos in the face. Just headbutt him. I will kill you all. Giant conjectures about Rockstone never have cooperated scum of your kind, or most of your strength, a flash dazzling spell. Poor fool. You're so easy to deceive. Oh, he's gonna hate me for that. The slender fingers of a Cabal-Light's glove claw to your face, the claws leaving deep scratches on your cheeks and forehead. Worth it. The edge of the razor-sharp blade presses at your throat. Mara's eye furiously hisses something incomprehensible. Then he releases his grip, suppressing his desire to kill you on the spot with enormous effort of willpower. The Drakari gestures one of the shadows near you and head is forced backward. Marazai brings the hand holding the strange object closer. You manage to make out translucent, glossy skin, bluish pulsating organs beneath, and a little head with serrated jaws before the Drakari pushes a larva into your face. Not again. Don't ask. Ouch. Yep. Oh. So that's like virtually impossible to pass. Yikes. Sensing warp, the creature springs into motion, and it basically crawls up my nose. Ow. Don't relent. Bad dream, quirk of intellect, exacerbating his troubles. Uh-oh. And another dream sequence.
You have disappointed us, rogue trader von Valancius.
Keep your wits about you.
Yep. Oh. In your chamber. Well, so we're on the ship right now. It's just.
I always have a backup plan.
You are accused of consorting with Xenos, betraying the Imperium, and neglecting the interests of humankind. The Tribunal is waiting for your explanations. Come closer.
And here comes our principal witness, the rogue trader himself. If the presented evidence is not enough to convince you, his testimony will conclude this confusing case, full of oath-breaking, lies, and heresy. You dragged this boy into this trial and now expect someone will lend an ear to a lowly heretic's testimony? I thought better of you, Interrogator von Kallax. I was so very wrong. Enough. Let him speak. The sooner this business is concluded, the better. Let us continue. Shielded by the powers of the warrant of the trade granted by the Imperium, Theodora von Valancius more than once allowed herself to openly collaborate with Xenos. She plunged her entire protectorate into apostasy and heresy, including the current rogue trader, went out of her way to prevent the Inquisition and me personally from maintaining order from inside the Expanse. Does the rogue trader admit to fraternizing with Xenos, serving them as a puppet, rejecting the God Emperor's possessed light for the sake of his heretical desires and pace of profit? You served the Xenos. You rejected his light. You reveled in your heretical desires and craved base profit. Something's wrong. Why are you all here? Where is Marzai? Wait, what happened? Guilty. That was 50-50 shot. Some music with the jokes outstays welcome. Painfully obvious this heretic is dancing to your tune. His word against mine. You're lost before you even unsheathed your blade, Hendrix. You need not worry, dear Lord Captain. It was not my intention to bring up unsupported claims. Rogue trader is often accompanied by a Xenos companion. Though the warrant of trade does allow one to grant sanction to individual specimens, well, this is not a confirmation of the Von Valancius family's loyalty to the enemies of humanity. The rogue trader's ties to a Drakari, different subspecies of Eldari, is just as obvious. Bullets can help him divine the carefully prepared plans of the Drakari, if not other Drakari. As just fun. Kenny and Von Valancius always end up in the location of the next Drakari raid, knowing for certain where they are going to strike. The only Xenos plan I am aware of is the one to try to play foul games with my head. Oh. They're not happy with that. Play the game! No. Indeed. What do you think he is talking about? He is obviously trying to disrupt the trial, Erasmus Kinnean. I suggest you watch your tongue and behave yourself. And perhaps, only perhaps, it will be enough to preserve your miserable life. At this point, the tribunal probably wants to know what the true intentions of the Von Valancius dynasty are. The rogue trader claims he has been waging war against the Drakari this entire time. Except, was there really a war? It was another carefully staged performance. Allow me to explain what actually happened. Erasmus Kenny and Von Valancius personally invited the Drakari to his worlds, then used their strength and resources to sow chaos in the expanse, to gain leverage over his rivals. It was very convenient to play the victim while working with those who rob your neighbors blind, terrify the worlds that pay you tribute. How much did you profit from this, rogue trader? Did you think I would not uncover your pathetic conspiracy? You served the Drakari. You did their building. They helped you survive. Without your Drakari masters, you would be dead. Huh? Enough of this, Hendrix. Did not set up any attacks. Rogue traitor. You are destroying your only chance to make yourself useful to the Inquisition and to me personally. Do not tempt fate and do not resist the examination. He did say all of my friends were, like, elsewhere. I'm wondering if they're basically... I don't know if it's just, in my head, but... I'm wondering if they're all, like, actually, like, in their own cells being interrogated and forced to play this game? Maybe? And that's why Hendrix is like, just play along, it really hurts. Are you really saying that your war with the Drakari was not a hoax? And how did you and your foolish subjects know the coordinates of the enemy ships every time? How did you know their targets? Do you think you're expert on all things Xenos or shrewd enough to divine the carefully devised plan of the Cabal's finest? No. Only other Drakari could do that. Even then, only a few. This means you were in collusion with them. Bull-headed stubbornness does not befit a man of your pedigree, rogue traitor. Since you have decided to deny everything, I will summon another witness. I am sure everyone will find it interesting to explore this sordid story from another angle. If the court so desires, my speech will run like a river and wash away your doubts. I found a shard of my home in the rogue trader's chambers. An entire craft world vanished among the stars, the only clue to its fate resting in the hands of this monkey. That was when I began to suspect he had something to do with the misfortune that befalling my Cruda arc. Do not be deceived by his breed. There is a cunning predator lurking behind the fluttering of fragile butterfly wings. The monkey before you is a bizarre amalgamation of qualities that is not inherent in his feeble species. He has mastered the mysteries of many of this world's cultures. The secrets of the universe and ancient artifacts, the fine art of war, the intricacies of deceit, all are embodied in a single monkey, however hard it may be to believe. However, the thread that bound our paths broke the moment I realized the monkey's involvement with the disappearance of my home. To flee the rogue trader, I tracked down and eliminated his chief tracker who had pursued our kin in this part of the galaxy for many years, and thus earned clemency before this court. So Achilles did not simply vanish, you helped him disappear. I say he had only himself to blame. Agent who cannot recognize an impending threat is useless. Court has been presented with enough evidence. I hope no one is harboring any doubts as to the guilt of the von Valancius dynasty. Let us allow the rogue trader to say his final word. We're all curious to know what we have gleaned from this inquiry. This is weird. What was that? That was weird. I am nothing but a puppet in this charade. Everything that has been taking place at this trial is a vicious lie. The rogue trader is obviously stunned by the realization Theodora has been using him this entire time to impede me. Enough. Hey. Marazai Azirash, Drakon of the Cabal of the Reaving Tempest. First blade to Lady Euremprius, Viscerator of Illyr. Alright, now you're testing me, developers. Alright, person with a really long title. How dare you come before the Council of Archons of the Dark City with this lesser creature? Huh? Her lips serves every word, occasionally wincing in pain, covering her weeping wounds. Her posture and gestures are full of tension, like prey cornered by a pack of predators. Roulette shrinks under the hungry stares of those around her. One half is facing behind a golden mask with an intimidating visage, the other half showing a malicious, sharp-toothed leer. Xenos' elaborate armor is decorated with skulls and patches of human skin impaled on countless blades and hooks. He carries himself with authority and ease, although he is a ruler who holds his thread of fate, all those tightly in his grasp. Arazai. With the deepest respect, mighty Nazrake, Archon Cabal of the Black Heart, first among the chosen, voice of the Overlord of Dark City, bringer of demise, conqueror of 100 worlds. The Council of Archons has heard enough platitudes of Drakon Marazai and no longer wishes to. Sly intrigues with this chill of jagged eyes, turns lips. What is going on here? A vitriol verbose, a cut and thrust. Keep in time with fate's own machinations grave. But whose deft footwork leads to naught but dust? While from its brutal finish none can save. This play the puppet master granted me. Through murky stalls a pack obligingly. The puppet master has Vect himself invited you to this chamber? No matter. You may be a guest, Arbananian. You are merely a spectator in this performance. Spectators do not belong on the stage, as you undoubtedly know. Do not interfere. A shadow, and the shadows I will be. The bright motley, the hollow suit, the mask hiding its owner's face, the graceful, subtle movements. Before you stands a harlequin, another representative of the multifaceted Eldari race. The Xenos catches your eye and nods. For a moment, the play of shadows on the mask appeared to twist expression to a mischievous grin. Judging by the Archon's reaction, there's a prominent figure in the Drakari hierarchy, but memory fails you. You are not familiar with Xenos by that name. Don't threaten him. Just shh. Marazai Azariesh, considering the circumstances. The Shadow Council finds Archon Eumerius guilty. The blade of your truth cut through the shadowy veil concealing all of her transgressions. However, how dare you insult the Council with such a pathetic complaint? You should have ripped Eumerius's heart out with your own hands and granted her soul to Vect if you wanted to atone for the mistakes of the Reaving Tempest. To contradict my decision, to contradict the decision of the Vect himself, fool. Allow me to discipline you for your weakness. Today the Drakon will lose his wings and plunge into the very bottom of the chasm. You will go to the arena to atone for your mistakes and impertinence alongside the rabble you have dragged to Komarog. If you are a true deacon, you will rise again. If you do not, Drakon, you will suffer to satiate the worthy. Lay down your weapons and follow the guards. I will let you keep what dignity you have left. This is my final gift to you, Marazai. This got really weird. Just stay quiet and just watch. Let us return to you, Eumerius. Oh. Harlequin's laughter interrupts Archon, echoes under the vaults of a chamber in a resounding baritone. And all the masks upon their marks now stand. The slave of vanity the spire ascends, the thief and traitor cast downward by your hand. Unbeknownst to all, their fate depends upon a lead unseen, a player green. Green background. Is this how you treat the hospitality of Komarog, Arbananian? I thought your words were worth more. You insult me by interrupting this trial again. You, Archon, speak a just rebuke in truth. Fate's melodies and snarls fantastic have trapped me here, and when I heard them play, I could not keep my lips from grinning wide. Here comes the hour for shadows to retreat, to where the curtain waits to rise, the laugh, with no beginning, now sends forth the call. Oh, ow! Away, you vulture, this is not your prey. From this phantasmagoria retreat, and deftly seize my merchant vagabond. The puppet master strings left dangling. Again rise up and take your place and dance. Till I get my cup of recaf, my vital status is yet to be determined. Alas, the bliss of death will save you not. The whirling waltz of chance and gloom you'll dance. Okay, I'm awake. Where am I? Among the shadows and the wings you lie, where taut are pulled the puppet master's strings. Where are they? Not here. The roles have been decided now. If you play your part, perhaps the plot will draw you back together, or to doom. This overture and terse, the final lines, the merchant's time to tread the boards have come. Embark you now upon your pilgrimage, and take my parting gift, a humble prop. Ooh. Alright. Getting up. Hey, it said, failed to wait for the situation to resolve itself. I was waiting. Nothing happened. Okay, where am I? Whoa. Okay. Search the bodies.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Oh. Your wounds barely hurt at all. Your body feels surprisingly light.
Rise to the top or get left in the dust. I always get the job done.
Multi-key. Trophies from cargoes. Communication flash ship hasn't been established. Got it. Whatever that dead
It's a
have, I take it.
peculiar thing.
Okay.
Just as I planned.
Oh, okay, here we go. Interesting.
Success is the only outcome I accept.
Ooh, gotta be careful.
Always keep your eye on the prize. That's how it's done.
Looks like I'm starting from the beginning.
Failure is just a temporary setback.
Wonder if I'll like uncover anything, you know?
I always keep my options open.
Oh, so it's like a big slide for the bodies. Stretches them out, granted, promise to discourage few more bodies to keep you company.
This is intriguing.
Alright, here we go.
I won't let it define me.
Alright. If you surrender to the cough and lie down, it'll be easier to breathe and your lungs will stop burning.
What do we have here? I always get the job done.
I should find out who's poison in the medicine. Suppress the activation button. Ugh. This can't be a good place. Head up.
Is there money to be made?
Alright, here we go. Fool, do you have a death wish? That's why they came here to gut people like us. I'm still going to try sneak past. Maybe they won't take notice. Oh. There's damn butchers.
I'll learn from this mistake.
Ouch. Covenant warrior. Battle Stimulator Medkit. Can I fix myself? Let's see.
I owe you a debt.
Okay, and no. This isn't fear and hunger, don't worry.
I'll make sure to return the favor one day. I will wipe your disgusting presence out of existence.
There's no sneaking in this game.
Challenging me, Phil?
Well, that's stupid. Okay, so I do like whatever. Shrieker. What are they doing over there? I mean, they're all fighting each other, so.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Training probably here. Training won't take over your ship again. Be a face here. So am I hallucinating again, or what? To the pit. What is going on? There you are. So we're brothers in arms now. Oh. The den you have found yourself in is filled with heavy smoke, and the walls are lined with living shadows. The center of attention is the snake-like Xenos. He is engaged in conversation with a pale, hairy-looking Drakari and pays you no mind, much like everyone else in here. The breed of abominable Xenos is unfamiliar to, but experience alone speaks of vicious nature and inborn wickedness. Everyone gathered here is armed. They all bear scars, and some even have fresh wounds. You notice a few humans among the Xenos. They clamor in a mismatch of tongues, and their laughter rings with lunacy and bloodlust. The air is thick with an all-pervading sense of doom. Your trained eye does not fail to notice that virtually everyone is placed under the influence of some substance or other, and powerful ones at that. It seems you have wound up in a narcotics den. The leader of this game is powerfully built, his scaled high is reinforced with engraved metal in several spots. Okay, may we speak? Oh. Malice wants you to disappear, pathetic whelp. Right.
Is there money to be made? I always have a backup plan. Success is the only outcome I accept.
The Messiah's power is such that his Heckleem's, What? Oh. Guess I turned it on. So what is this? The Xenos is clearly more comfortable now. The sleepy torpor induced by low temperatures has been replaced with languid ease of an undisputed leader in his element. Oh, okay, so I ran around and I tried to fix the machine and I was actually successful at it. The convector has been repaired. I have no idea. Why should I? The convector is fixed already. What's the point in me helping you? Oh. Drumbeat of your heart, you hear Malice's voice from somewhere far away. Fine, patch up the humanling. He's proven to be more useful than the rest of you put together. And sensation slowly returns to you. Your body is still in pain, but you're no longer in the brink of death. Your wounds have been crudely closed with metal clamps, and your throat is pocked with injector tracks, as though you've been wearing a neck pillow of needles. The one who rendered you this first aid was certainly not a qualified chirurgeon, someone who typically be permitted to minister the person of illustrious rogue trader. Looks like you're back with us. I don't know whether to offer you my congratulations or commiserations. The scaled Xenos looks at you without the slightest difference. Thank you for your help. Do not want your thanks, humanling. You will earn back every stimulant I spent on you. You're seized by strange unreality, as if you were still there in the wicked darkness. Everything around you is merely a twisted mirage. Doubt steeps into your mind like a poison center gets contact with your body. You have to make a deliberate effort to hold on to that thought that you are you. What? Is your mind maggot giving you trouble? I saw it latch onto your spinal cord when you were being patched up. A fat, well-fed grub it was. Lots of teeth. It's dying now. They have a short lifespan. That means its poison is especially toxic. You'll lose touch with reality from time to time. When the mind maggot dies, the final dose of poison will make you think your body is not your body at all. Then your heart will stop beating. I could have pulled that thing out of you, of course, but I thought, why should I? Consider a guarantee of your gratitude towards me. When you've earned your healing, I'll release you from it. What do you want from me? Kill for me. Go to the mangled sector and find a freak called the Commissar, one of your kind, and spill his guts for me. Do that, and you'll earn my favor. And in the chasm, that counts for a lot. Who is this Commissar? Prisoner for the Drakari who thinks too highly of himself. Instead of dying in the arena without any fuss, he is hiding, gathering other slaves of your race around him, and making pathetic plans to get his revenge. Many of your kind are listening to him. See how few humanling shriekers there are? They used to all come to me, but now they listen to the Commissar and no longer come. Well, I'm going to need a more serious weapon. Prove that you're useful first. Do this, and Malice will see that you have decent toys to play with, but not before. In the meantime, you could pick something out of the junk pile. Why do you want me to do it? I don't want to drag my whole gang into the mangled sector. That place will kill off 3 times more fighters than the Commissar's crew will. That means I will need to send in an assassin. The Commissar's fighters know my shriekers, but nobody knows you. And besides, you don't have a choice, which means you'll see through it to the end. It's an off-putting place. It's the base of the spire of which we live. Comarog is stitched together from scraps of various dimensions. And in the mangled sector, the seams are starting to rip. Space is collapsing in on itself, and entropic radiation is off the scale, spawning all kinds of abominations. And the sector itself is slowly but surely turning into nothing. Some unhinged humanling went there recently. What do they call him? Wessorian? He was old, but strong, and too loud. His visit was probably stirred up all the freaks. You should be more careful and quieter than he was. You'd have to be insane to set foot place like that. Insane, or an outcast like the Commissar, hiding from the hunt, or you. Very well, I will kill him. Bring me his head. In exchange, I will share my toys with you. They make surviving in Comarog possible. Doesn't necessarily mean I will, but, you know. Alright, I think I'm going to call it a part for here. Ooh. Oh. Godlight Warrior. That was nuts. But kind of cool, too. Stuff. Ooh, stuff. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to call it part for here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and hope to see you again next time. This is Johnny R, signing off for the night. Have a good night, everyone.